And also, even if we set realistic goals here, um, there is always room for mistakes. There's always room for just, life happening to not hold on to grudges or not hold on to so many frustration towards yourself or the situation that you're unable to move forward. So I'm seeing here that before you maybe find someone that absolutely matches you, these are the things that still needs a little bit of work from yourself. And even when you find someone, I'm seeing here, group number one, that it would be difficult for you to not project all your standards and values upon this person. So that is the reason that working upon this character trait is super important. So when you learn someone or when you get to know someone, that they don't have to be exactly what you had in mind, but to be open to new experiences that can take you to that same happiness you've been wanting for maybe a really long time, but just in a little bit of a different road. I can see you're a good number one that maybe a lot of people find you to be a little bit of a control freak. You want things to go your way. And I get it because not having control is also a way of feeling unsafe, is a way of feeling insecure about a situation. So practice makes perfect. So put yourself in situations where you're sometimes a little bit uncomfortable or when you have to step a little bit out of your comfort zone and let other one chance take a little bit of the lead and see how it feels and grow into that. And as you grow, you'll learn that is both giving and taking and not always, projecting your own things upon other people. So yeah, God is coming here. I'm calling you out here, group number one, but yeah, that is definitely what is coming true within this reading, okay? So let's hop into some tarot cards to see what else we have here. So no wonder here that the Hanged One is showing up because there's a little bit of a transition that we need to go through here. Group number one is showing me that um, going through this transformation, seeing things in a different perspective, as I said, like allowing the uncomfortable to become a little bit more of the comfortable. And I get that this is not easy for you, but just by practicing it with little things, letting other people decide, or just allowing things to flow the way they supposed to instead of trying to keep or to hold on to the rings, it will bring you to new perspectives. So, trying to see things differently is really important for you to meet this new person that you are meant to be with. Next up here, we have the Tree of Rings, which I'm seeing here that group number one, people might define you as someone to be very, very independent. And the reason why you're also independent is because you have, as I said, really high values, really high standards. You're really tough upon yourself, but also people around you. So in senior, this independency stems from that for also trusting so much in yourself to not allow people just to be part of your life because if someone else does it you're not in control, and this can give you that sense of not right things not being done the way is you want it to or working out the way you want it to. And I get it because most of the time when we have something in our mind, when we want things to work out the way we want it to, the best person to do that is ourselves. But it's a learning to trust people around you, your friends, your colleague, and invite new people in your life that is going to help you to deal with this character trait. And it's, as I said, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. But in the end, it's about working with other people and learning to trust and also allowing people just to be themselves as well. So Twitter brings here shows me that it's really important for you and the time that you have left before you meet this person that you are working on your relationships, that you're working with negotiating or with allowing just people to be your friends or, allowing you to trust other people because you can see here it's also a little bit of a trust issue, controlling issues. Also, that it stems from that trust issue, not willing to trust someone else, but trusting yourself. And in that case, oftentimes here, book number one, you overwork yourself because none of us can hold like so many balls up in the air. Also, I'm seeing here with the Four of Swords that before you meet your person, it's going to be a real time of healing. And we already saw that within this healing card, this liberation card that represents you, and a moment of completely being alone. But completely being alone doesn't mean that you're not able to bring friends into your life or anything, but it means maybe that for you, group number one, it applies that you will be single for a longer time, especially if you are single for a while now, that this is the time for you to heal. As I said, because if you walk within a relationship within this trade, another person wouldn't be able to be themselves because they always have to live up to your expectation, which is a really hard thing to do, which will end up in so much unhappiness and so much sadness. That is something that we don't want in a relationship. We want something to be healthy. So I'm seeing here that before you meet your person, the person that you're meant to be with, group number one, that yes, there is some time of healing. There's going to be a period where you're on your own, and when you're confronted with yourself, and that there are certain things that you need to heal before you meet this person. I do see here, look at this. I was lucky about that. We do have here the Three of Cups, which talks about that happiness, that compassion, that means that even if you are alone, even if you're a time within solitude, it doesn't mean that you can bring people that smile within your life. So regarding friends, family, I feel here that you have a lot of support, that you have a lot of great friends. And that you're able to keep those relationships blossoming, and that new people will be invited into your life before you meet this person, or that you'll enjoy a lot of happy moments with your friends and family before you meet this person. So I'm seeing here also a little bit of embracing this single life if you are single here, group number one, before you meet this person. So even though if it's like on the back of your mind, like I want to meet someone, still, it is super important to enjoy this time and growing your own before you meet this person. So I know that can sound like really bad if you want something like so bad, but realize that when you're not ready and you're stepping into a relationship, that is just kind of like a disaster waiting to happen. So yeah, it's for your, yeah, I know, I don't. I'm not going to say it, but you're getting what I'm saying, right? So, yeah, this is the part where it comes to you. So, let's now move on to the part where we're going to talk about your future partner. Let's see. So, here we have the lineage of the rose. Moved by goddess, here for this soul call gather. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that the person that you're meant to be with, which I think you're going to laugh when you're going to hear this, but I definitely see here a soulmate that you're meant to be with. And you might think, oh no, we're all going to end up with our soulmate up next. But definitely with you, I feel here such a deep connection with this person that you're going to end up with. I'm telling you, like that is why it's so worthy of just working just like on yourself before you meet like this person, because this is your soulmate. This is such a deep connection that you're going to have with this person. Now, seeing this card, it also tells me that this is a person who is really connected, really centered, really calm, um, really gentle, um, an old soul, and also someone who's very, very much mature. So that is what I'm getting from this person that is going to come into your life. So let's seek a little bit of more information about this person. Let's see what else we can get from this person. Tell me a little bit more about this person. Venus, look at this. I feel this is such, as I said, it's a really gentle soul. This person is really sweet, is really nice. This person's going to make you feel so loved, so wonderful when you guys are together, when your life together. This is just so naturally so good. We have your Pisces. I might sense that this person is a Pisces as we're talking about that softness, that gentleness. I'm seeing this as a person who might also be a little bit of the dreamy side. They're very, very romantic, whether they're a female or a male. Very, very romantic, very dreamy. They want that, sweet, just happy family life. There's so much into it. And I feel like this is a person who's really going to set you out off your feet. Like really um this person is going to turn your world upside down. This is the person that you're meant to be with. You're meant to be with someone who's really kind, who's really soft, who's really gentle. I'm seeing that this is a person who will absolutely balance you out. So, meaning when you're very hard upon yourself, this is going to be the person who's going to reflect upon that and showing you that being nice to you, being nice to yourself is not a bad thing. This is a very nurturing person. So, this is wonderful to see in a reading like this because this is a person who will take care of you, who will show you or bring you absolutely to the softer side. So, that's really gorgeous to have. We have here Libra, which is all about balancing. So, as I was talking about, this is a person who's a balanced person. Break, they are very mature. They have like their emotions very well on track. So, meaning that when they step into a relationship with you, they also know what they want and what to expect. And I'm seeing here maybe you are the one who is a little bit harder or a little bit harsh for putting up a little bit of a fence and seeing this person literally breaking down that fence and peeling like all the onion layers, like one by one to get to the core center of you. And I'm seeing like this person is capable of getting to the true you. And I feel like many not might get that. And that's why, we're talking here about a soulmate, someone who you connect absolutely so deeply with that are able to gain that trust and just you being just so overwhelmed and so feeling so loved that you will welcome them into your life. That's like what I'm feeling here for you. So let's move on to some tarot cards for this person. So look at this. We have the Knave of Pentacles. I'm seeing here someone who might be pretty youngish. I'm seeing here maybe 30s, mid 30s, something like that. They might be a working, just doing their business, doing their things. I feel like it's someone who might just have a career already. Halfway through the career, they're doing pretty good. They're building something. I don't feel like they're yet at the top, so that's why I don't feel like they're old or something. But they're definitely working their way up. That's like what I'm getting. And I might see here that they might work in the law enforcement area as we're getting the justice card, or that they have something to do with that legally. So it could be that, they work as a police officer, a lawyer, a judge, or, something like that, or they're very, very much inspired by that. I'm also seeing here within this trait that this person really stands out for people that just might just feel less represented. They feel that they should stand up for things who are unfair in this society. And this is a trait that I feel that you'll be very, very much attracted to it. Also, here with the Eight of Swords, I can see from time to time they also have their kind of like, they have their good traits and bad traits. Sometimes they can get into their own mind and create situations that might seem more daunting than they are. So, this is aside from you guys to be balanced. You guys will balances each other so much out because you might be someone who's more practical and who's more like into reality. And when you're dealing with a dreamer, it's really good to have like that beautiful balance when one person is grounding you and one person is bringing in the creative energy and allowing you just to dream a little bit about your future with this person. So let's look at the aspects, sexual aspects of this person. So let's see what we're having. So first up here, woo, we have the lovers. So seeing here the lovers, I can feel here a good chemistry between you guys. I feel like within the bat, you guys will have awesome chemistry, meaning I'm seeing you're both very sensual bodies. So I'm seeing whatever body type you guys have that will match each other so perfectly. Um, I'm seeing here more very toned bodies as being females or males. I'm seeing very toned beautiful bodies, not seeing a lean, but kind of like normal, regular body. And seeing a lot of sexual tension, but when you guys do have like that sex, it's very sensual. It's very charismatic, when it romantic, soft. That's kind of like the energy that I'm getting. Um, I'm also you're getting that this person is someone who likes to cuddle a lot, who likes to snuggles. Um, this is a person who likes the body as well. I'm seeing here a lot of teasing, maybe with lingerie or stuff like that. Very, very sensual. I'm also seeing here someone has a taste for food. They really like to bring food or that taste in their mouth. So it could also be a lot of oral sex. So yeah, that is one of the things that I am getting, or bringing food into the place. I'm also having here the Tree of Wands. Seeing this, it's someone who's a very, very passionate. Very, very passionate. I'm seeing a lot of fireworks within this energy, a lot of fireworks between the bed, between the sheets with you guys. And you might feel even, maybe that is not even possible because I'm not like this kind of person. But listen up, when you meet your soulmate and it fits perfectly, then this is as well going to fit perfectly. Now, not everything might resonate when I'm talking about it, but when you are in that relationship, you might think, oh, yeah, that's how it resonates for me. So, seeing here the Seven of Swords, I might see here from time to time that you guys will have some time apart because you guys are dealing from time to time with different situation. And I've seen here maybe time apart as in just being away from each other. So if we're talking about here, um, spending time being deployed or spending time being away for business or something like that. I'm seeing this happening between your relationship, or maybe you guys live far away from each other and will slowly move towards each other or move in with each other. That is one of the things that I'm seeing. Next up here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm seeing here someone who is a little bit dominant, and I'm seeing here more the female energy that is more dominant. And I get that when I'm seeing the feminine as being the one who might have be the one you have kind of like high standards and be just a little bit more dominant within the backroom. And I feel like your person, if you're the female and this person is the male, or you carry the female energy, I'm seeing here that this person likes that a lot. This person is someone who absolutely like someone to be in control and just tease them a little bit. I think like that is something that I find really important. And I'm also seeing here big feet. So if we're talking about big feet and Big John, then this could be something that this person will also have. They could also, love to massage your feet. So that is also something that I'm seeing within this reading. Well, so a lot of things. So the last thing that I'm going to do is roll out the dice. So we're having the Scorpion Pisces, so which is really great because we're talking about that watery energy. We also have Cancer here in Aquarius, Cancer and Taurus. Now, you guys, I almost forgot, and I've also wanted to do some letter picking because you guys love when I do the letter picking. So let's see what we're going to get for you guys regarding the person you're meant to be with. So we've got the N, the A, the H, the W, the V, letter V, the O, and the H again happen. Okay, so group number one, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonated with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, good woman tea, and welcome to your reading. So, guys, this is an 18 plus reading. So, if you're not into 18 plus, this is the time for you to go to another reading. And all of you guys continue to watch this reading. So, how this reading is going to work is we're going to dive into the course regarding yourself first, who you are, and next up, we're going to look at who you're meant to be with and also your intimate life. So, you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful pyrite crystal. So let's put this one there and let's hop into your reading. So the first card tells me so much about you, and it's all about finding a balance with you. So first up, I can see here, group number two, that you're a very, very happy person. You're a delightful person to be around with. But I can sometimes see here high peaks and also very lows. So I'm getting here, I'm sensing here that the thing maybe that you need to learn before you hop into another relationship or step into this of meant to be relationship is how to balance your emotions and not maybe to get so caught up in emotions that you're not able to see maybe situations clear anymore, but also here to not to get overly excited about things where you're not seeing the bigger picture, because I can see here sometimes you're so enthusiastic about things and then along the way you drop out because your energy is not that high anymore, or you're easily distracted. So those are the little things sometimes that I see within the fire signs. Super, super enthusiastic about things, but as soon as it gets a little bit boring or jazz, you get into a little bit of a more harmonious state, then it's like, it's boring. I'm in for something new again. Now, this enthusiastic trade thus has like a huge um upside because a lot of people are drawn to you. I can see here that a lot of people find you to be very comforting to have around, very happy to peppy. They want to be around you. All smiles are happiness. People generally just get super excited and happy to see you just because you have that type of energy. I can also see here a lot of people calling you because you're the one who always maybe in for something fun, something um they find something, that sparks that energy. And so people are just delight. You're just a delightful person to have around. And you're also always the person who might cheer someone else up. So those are the things here that I'm seeing, but I'm also seeing as I sit beside that you need to balance that energy a little bit more. So you do get less high and less steep lows both ways, so to get a little bit more in a balanced energy, so you get to that rest state that is really, really important as well if you want to settle down at a certain point, because being that enthusiastic can overwhelm someone, but also can make you feel like you're always in need of something new. And whenever that happens, you walk out of a certain situation. It could also mean walk out of relationship, instead of seeing them through. And I'm not talking about any toxic relationship, but just relationship in general. Sometimes we don't see it through because, it gets comfortable. And it's not that we need to get, comfortable with comfortable, but it could be that you're that easily distracted that you don't see things through. So to get to a point when you can meet this person that you're meant to be with, your energy needs to be a little bit more balanced out, where you're also not overworking yourself, not over asking too much out of yourself, but just on a steady pace where you are also comfortable with that steady pace. Because I can see here it's also a little bit of that impatient energy, always wanting some new things, some new exciting things, and finding a way to balance that energy out. Not, I mean, being enthusiastic is absolutely wonderful, but there is also, there needs to be kind of like balance within that energy. So that is like what I'm getting. And as soon as you find that group number two, I'm seeing here you attracting someone a major and something special with your life. Okay, so let's see what cards are flying out for you. So we have here the Three of Swords. We have your release, upheaval. So I'm getting here, there's always something happening maybe within your life. It could be, positive, negative. So we could be speaking about drama, but we could be speaking about always finding new excitement things to just dive into. And I feel like that is like the high and the lows within your life. And maybe you're so used to that. That is some kind of almost an adrenaline junk, you might say. Always wanting to get like something new, always wanting to get like surprises and feeling that rush of energy. But the thing is, when you set goals and you reach them, then it's not excited anymore. So I'm seeing here finding a balance into that energy. And yes, I'm calling everyone out in today's reading. So don't hate me for it, but that is what I'm getting. So yeah, that's just say like the thing. We have here the Queen of Wands, which is for me not absolutely not surprising at all, because you are definitely, it could be here good number two that we're talking about you being a fire sign here, so think about Leo, Aries, or Sag, but definitely having that fire sign within your charts, talking about someone who is very fiery, very energetic. You follow your heart, you follow with your intuition, and that at the same time can get you, of course, into trouble. And at the same time, it brings you a lot. It brings a lot of life into your life. Like, it's always excitement with you. There's always something going on. And then as I could see here, it's a lot of fun. But then the other side of it is that it's very unpredictable. That's like the word that I'm getting. And bringing a little bit of predictions or predictability within your life isn't that if you want to settle down. We need to balance that just a little bit out, because that can be something that your partner might worry about. So look at this. We have the King of Swords. So talking here that you're also someone who's very intelligent, is very smart. You got like all your things then like figure out. You're very articulate. That makes you very charismatic as well. You see things kind of like right through. And the thing is about this King of Swords, guys, along with this Queen of Wands, I think it also makes you very irresistible to a lot of people. So getting as well the attention to a lot of people is something that I see here within your arts. And we do have here the Nine of Wands, so it shows me here that group number two, even though there are a lot of things here going on for you, I can see here that this a pattern that you have, maybe for having a lot of excitement within your life, could be stemming from things that happen to you from the past. It could be past life traumas, it could be these life traumas, but there are certain things that you had to overcome. And sometimes using humor, using happiness is a way for you to cover things up. It's a way for you to cover up what you truly feel inside, because being vulnerable is really difficult. So showing that you're always happy, that you're always happy to happy, and you're in for everything, that is a way for you to just protect yourself. So there is going to be like a lot of healing before you meet this person that you're meant to be with, because these are things that of course can influence your future relationship with this person. When you are showing emotion which you're actually not feeling, because you're feeling maybe insecure, or you're feeling a little bit on edge, or whatever it is, or unsafe, and you're hiding it by putting that happy to happy mask that you have, that can cause a lot of sadness, because this person won't be able to tell what you truly are feeling. So it's really important for you to work on that, to open yourself up. And I can really see here this heart chakra work, healing work that needs to be done before you actually meet this person. So definitely a lot of good things coming, but also a lot of hard work in this for you. So let's move on to your person and see what type of energy we might be getting from your person. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, support. So what I can see here is that the person that is meant for you is someone, and I was talking about feeling unsafe. I was talking about needing to feel that protection actually. And I feel that the person that you're going to end up with is someone who is physically able to protect you. So, being maybe a female listening to this, I'm seeing someone who is masculine, who is, has that energy. I'm seeing definitely a muscular person, someone who works out. I see like a chest and see like good toned legs. Definitely here seeing someone with a little bit of a longer hair. It could be curly, those kinds of things. I could see here someone really working out. It could also be that that's their profession. It could be someone who works as someone who protects someone else. But this person seriously has that fine of just being the protector, of being someone's hero. And if we're talking about a female, this is a female who is definitely going to bring in that nurturing, compassionate energy. And at the same time, it's going to make you feel very, very safe. So these are the things that I'm getting. Now, looking at this, I'm also seeing someone who really wants to start a family, who sees family within you. Whether you're a female or you're a male, this person really believes that family is one of the most important things, whether this from their culture, whether this from their heart desire, it is something that is really important for them. So if you feel that that is something that you find as well important, then yes, this is definitely the person that you're going to end up with, um, as it is, of course, the person that you're meant to be with. So you're meant to be with someone who has like that protective nature, who um, lets you know in every way and move that they're here for you. And that they will always be there for you, that you can trust them. And no matter what happens, no matter what say you have, if you're smiling or if you're crying, I'm seeing here, accepting you even when you cry. So maybe you're someone who feels really ashamed when they cry. You think maybe you have like the ugly, if I don't know, like crying face, like the Kardashian, like Kim Kardashian or something that's coming up like from a mind. You might feel very unwanted when you are vulnerable. And I feel like this person is going to show you that that is okay. You don't need to worry about that. So let's see what else we have. We have here rebirth. So I'm seeing here with this person, this is a person, ooh, a lot of cards what we have. Wait, hold on. We need to draw some new cards. So within the card of rebirth, as I was saying, I'm seeing her someone who has a lot of experience. I'm seeing her someone who might already have kids. Um, that might not apply to everyone, of course, but I'm seeing here it might also be their second date relationship. That's not something bad, guys, but it could be that they're further down their life, um, to the end of their 30s or something, mid 30s or later. That's like what I'm getting. I'm seeing someone who's very much invested in their community. It could be that they do community work. Nevertheless, they find it really important to invest in other people, invest just in things. So it could be that they're also like an investor of some type, or that they take time to invest in other people. It could be that they're a coach or something, but they really find it important to invest in the things around them. That's like how they build the empire. I'm like seeing that because that is a word that I'm hearing. They're building an empire, and they realize within that empire you need to feed the people that just work for you and that do good for you. So they're very much keen on helping others. We're also seeing here the Virgo. Um, the Virgo. So we're talking about a personal trainer here, but I'm also seeing just someone that is very, very healthy. They pay attention to what they eat, to what they drink, whatever they put in the body, that is like the highest value. So I'm seeing someone who might be a vegetarian, who might think like that, or who puts things like that to the forefront, that are good to the earth, or kind, or considerate, and at the same time, they really pay attention to what goes into their food. Now, guys, if you are struggling with the way that you look, I feel like this is a person who will help you get a healthy outlook back on your body, on your life, and make you just feel good about who you are. So if you have any insecurities about that, this is the person that will help you through that. Also, we have in here the sun. So I'm definitely seeing, because I was seeing the Leo when I was talking about this. But this confirming as it is the sun, we're also talking here again about a fire sign. So it could be that you guys will both have fire signs within your charts, and this automatically um will bring certain challenges. Where we're talking about fire and fire, we're talking about a lot of energy, a lot of temperance. So that is good. But at the same time, it could be, head to head sometimes. It could be a volcano. So it's like how hot both of you guys are. But I'm definitely seeing here two people who are very aware of their body, and one might be a little bit more insecure about their body, but I'm feeling like you guys together will make that happen, and you guys just feeling good about yourself again. So let's move on to some tarot cards for your person. So look at this. We have here the Knave of Wands, which tells me that whoever this person is, it's a very, very passionate person. This person is very creative. I'm seeing here that this person might be a person that might work with music, that has a beauty to them. You might see this person dancing a lot. They're into that. So think of that as also being some, in a way, how they express their love towards you through songs, singing, just kinds of things. We have here the King of Cups, which tells me that this person is very emotionally matured, and that is of course the only way that this person can help you to get there as well. Being emotionally matured themselves is going of course to balance you out with maybe some insecurities that you have. This person knows how to put their intention, their thoughts into words. They're very kind. I do sense here a little bit of a watery energy, so we could be talking about Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, but definitely watery energy coming through, being them as very nurturing as well with words. I'm seeing them whispering soft things in your ears, very soft words, very gentle. I'm seeing here within their top, they're very gentle. They're not harsh. We also have here the Knight of Pentacles showing me that they're working really, really hard to bring in some structure financially within their life. There's someone who is very smart. They're working out their ideas. They're building an empire, as I was saying. And do you feel like this is a person who might turn out to be very, very successful? This person might not be successful, on top of the game when you meet them, but they might have like the really big potential to become very successful at the things they do. They do take some time to get there, because I feel like this is a person who needs to get like a structure within their mind and before things work out. So that is like what I'm getting for your person, but definitely all good things. So let's hop into the intimate details of your reading and see what we could get for your person. So let's see here. We have here the Nine of Swords. So I'm seeing here that this is a person who definitely finds pleasure to be very, very important. They'll like to tease, they'll like to bring in naughty toys. They find your neck area to be very sexy. So if you wear things that shows down your décolleté, your neckline or something, they find it to be very sexy. They also are very, very much into legs. And I'm also seeing here that they're more into voluptuous, or um people that have like something to grab or to hold on to. That is like what I'm getting. We also have here the Empress. So as I said, this is a very, very physical person. I feel maybe you guys are both physical person, as you might have that fire energy within your charts, and fire energy are more than any zodiac signs, maybe more physical, more focused upon the appearance. Nothing bad about that, but we all want partners which we actually feel good about, where we can actually show, like, I'm proud of this person. And I feel like that is something that you're absolutely going to get with this person. This person loves your legs, is going to love your body. If you are a little bit more voluptuous, or it could be that you find yourself that and that you're not that, but however, this person is going to grab it, like love it, hold it, um, and loves that. This person is keen on big bums and big boobs and things like that. This person loves to grab on something. If we're talking about male looking at female, if we're talking on the other way around, I'm seeing here someone who's very, very masculine, who's very toned. They might have a little bit of a bigger butt than usual and things like that. But very, very toned, very, very muscular. That's like what I'm seeing here. And last up here, we have the King of Cups. Yeah, we do have like the King of Cups, and we already had the King of Cups before. So showing here that emotional attachment is really, really important for someone, for this person, for you guys to make love towards each other. I'm seeing here it's not all about, even though if you guys might be like completely into the touching, that physical part of being together, I feel like this person really enjoys that emotional connection from you guys being together, as well as we have your 2 times cups. So it shows me that being together with this person is going to feel like a huge emotional satisfaction and maturity. I feel like every time you guys are together and are making love, it's literally a small making love. And aside that you guys are very, touchy feely and definitely are feeling it, it's more than just, the physical. So let's move on to the dice to see what we might have. We have Sag, we have Gemini, we have Cancer, we have Aquarius, we have Sag again, and Pisces. Last up, I'm just going to pick up some letters to see what we're going to get for you guys. We have the M, the U, the E, the A, the O, the W, the Q, and the A again. So beautiful. Group number 2, take this reading as it resonates. If you happen to like what you see, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you'll like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 3, and welcome to your reading. So here, because you're drawn to this beautiful, outside. So I'm tapping to your reading to see who you're meant to be with. And guys, remember, this is an 18 plus reading. So if you're not 18 plus, this is the time for you to leave the reading. Unfortunately, if you are, you can continue to watch the video. And as the way that this reading is going to work is, first up, we're going to dive into who you are. And then we're going to see who you're meant to be with, to see then compatibility. And next up, we're going to look at the intimate part of your relationship. Okay? So first up, mirror, mirror, we've got the beauty you see in me is a reflection of you. So seeing this group number 3, what I see here as you being a person, is that you might be someone who focuses a lot on what others might have, and this might be something that taunts you a little bit, that you have a lot in your mind. So maybe you're someone who is insecure about themselves, or has a low self-esteem, and because you do have that, you end up comparing yourself a lot with other people. Now, what you don't realize here, group number 3, is a lot of things that you're comparing yourself with is something that you already have. So, for example, if you're looking at someone and you're thinking, wow, it's really beautiful or something, it means that you are beautiful yourself, because you won't be able to recognize beauty if you don't have it yourself. If you are kind and you're seeing someone being kind and generous and you wish you could be like that, you already have that. So, whatever you're looking around you and you're reflecting that, you're seeing your own mirror, you're seeing your own, or you're seeing your reflection within the persons around you, because they act as a mirror. So, what I'm getting here, group number 3, is that it's really, really important for you, no matter where you are right now in life, is to work upon that self-esteem, to learn that you are beautiful, gorgeous, and amazing. smart just the way you are, and you being you is enough. Because if you are insecure about yourself, you'll end up compromising with what you can get. Because if you think that you are not worthy of getting someone who you have in your mind, who's amazing and sexy and attractive and you name it, then you'll end up with something that is lower than your standards, and you'll convince yourself to be happy with that. Now it might be that you've already done that within the past, and you even end up being hurt, because even if you lower to standards, it just didn't work out. It just didn't, end up being the happy relationship that you wanted. Or you just didn't get something out of this situation that you wanted. Now, whatever that is, this healing part is super, super important before you meet your person that you're meant to be with. So, whether you do this very fast or whether you take as much time as it takes, and this could take years and this could take months, whatever it works for you, this is super important to have before this person comes into your life. So let's take the tarot cards and see what we'll get as we move further down your reading and see what messages come by for you. So we have here the Five of Swords, we have here resentment, and we have here competition. Now, as I was saying here, group number 3, you oftentimes see competition where it's not. And the thing is, when you're seeing competition where it's not, you end up maybe creating a hostile situation where it's not. And because you're creating this hostile situation, maybe within your mind, or even just in reality, because it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, you oftentimes get led down, or you get like, I already predicted this. I already knew that this was going to happen. But you don't realize oftentimes how much you have the situations in control, because you're creating competition maybe that's not even there. So it's really important, as I said, to work through this. Next up, we have your alignment and progress. So I'm seeing here, as you heal yourself, there is much that you'll gain from working upon this. You will definitely see within short periods of time already huge benefits, because seeing that rainbow tells me that you're definitely, it's easy, let me put it like that, to get there for you. So if you might think, oh my God, is this like really hard? It's not. It's starting with little small things, by talking beautifully to yourself, by tracking down your negative thoughts, writing them down, and then changing them into positive affirmation that you can say each and every day towards yourself, and slowly implementing them into your life until you're not feeling competition from any outstander or bystander anymore, but you're just able to be your comfortable self. And the thing is, with feeling competition around you where it's not, is that you end up acting more hostile than you actually are, because you're trying to protect something, whether it's there or not. It is there in your mind. So you might influence in the situation in so many different ways that it's actually standing in your own way. We have here the Queen of Rings, which shows me that you're someone who needs to learn to stand up for their own and really appreciate the thoughts, the creativity, and the leadership that you have within you. So again, I'm seeing here you growing into a more independent and someone who talks or speaks their mind, and who's not afraid to just take a little bit of a challenge and stand their ground from time to time by saying things politely that comes from the heart, but again, not in a hostile way. Next up here, we have Four of Cups, which definitely is the trick here that I was talking about, the self-fulfilling prophecy, being disappointed in things and having that mindset that you will be disappointed before things even happen, before you even start on things. Now, these are all kind of like maybe toxic patterns that, of course, maybe already aware of them, but I happen to point them out here. But this just kind of like little bitty things that are influencing maybe on how you're going to act towards your best person. And working upon these things are going to create a more level playing field, a more happy relationship when you are with this person. So, yeah, let's move on to your person. So, let's see who your person is. Wow, we have here the codes of the sea. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So within this, I can see that your person is a very wise person. It's like they might be even just a little bit older than you, or at least just more matured. They might have a lot of life experiences, but there is something within them that's very, very wise. I could also see here that this person that you're going to end up with does have some gifts, some spiritual gifts. So they could be practicing spirituality in any way. It could be a practice of yoga, but also, doing something else that might, be spiritual to them or something like that. But they live a very, very balanced life. Um, and I feel like they're very, very much going to balance you out and calm you in a way and bring you back to center. So I'm seeing here that your relationship will be in the beginning a lot about centering yourself and being in the here and the now, and not to focus upon the past, past mistakes or anything, and not to focus too much upon the future, but really being the here and now. That is something that's going to be really important within your relationship. I do find that this person it finds it really important to stay grounded and to be here and to enjoy the moments of here and now. We also have your dignified strength. So we have someone who's very strong, who's just, you know, wise. They stand in their power. I feel like they have their voice. And I feel like that is the reason that you need to work hard upon that to find your own balanced voice as well. Because you need to be equal in the relationship that is coming. So if you're someone who doesn't speak up, then this is going to be a really tough relationship for you. It's going to be again that mirror that's showing you that you already have that within you, but that you need to use it. We also have your partnership, which tells me that this person is all about partnering up. That means that this person might have a lot of friends, a lot of people, loyal friends who trust them because they've earned that. They've earned that. With partnership, I'm also seeing here this person wants to invest in their next partner. They find it to be very, very important, while some others just find it to be just important to find someone and then starting a family. I feel here this person will be very, very much focused upon you. They want to build a life with you, like no matter what. This love will go very, very deep. We're having here a rival, so I'm seeing here that this might be a person that might not come from be from the same country as you are. I feel like this person might have like a different type of background or culture as you have, which will make it a little bit challenging at times for you guys. We have journey progression. So definitely seeing here, you guys, maybe going back and forth. I'm seeing this person traveling a lot, maybe from work, maybe from something else, but definitely traveling is going to be a huge part of your life with this person. I'm definitely seeing here that there's a lot of places that this person also wants to go. I'm feeling almost like a nomad or a very minimalistic person who likes to travel a lot or who lives in a place that's just like far away from other people. Feel like they're peace and quiet. Next up here we have the Four of Swords. So as I said, like this is a person they'll like their rest. They'll like to just almost like the hermit, but in a different way. I'm seeing her this person likes to just dig their best and just like disconnect with the world. It could be someone who also from time to time just plugs out their phone and just, it's like, okay, I'm done with the world and this is it now for me. We have here the Nine of Wands. The reason that they're like this is because they have been through a lot. Life just brought them a lot. As I said, I feel like a lot of maturity within them. It could be that, they went to a really difficult journey themselves. The progression, the journey could be that they have like traumas, but definitely also just real life journey. Could be that they flee a country or something like that, that they have like some type of journey that they've been through. And that is just, the way that they deal with it is just to disconnect from the world and just, not to be so much involved on anything that happens. And it correlates beautifully with that minimalistic way of life, just not indulging in too much because they feel it's unnecessary. That is something that will be truly something that they have. We also have here the Ace of Wands that show that this, I feel like this is a person who had to start their life over at some point. So it's as if it almost feel like they came from another country and then they had to kind of like start over, which was not easy for them, but they make it happen. And they're someone who's very much looking at the opportunities, looking at the bright side of things. They're very optimistic. Um, yeah, off this thing I can see very passionate, very creative as well. Very beautifully. So let's look at the intimate part with this person. So we have here the Ace of Cups, which tells me for some of you guys, being with this person will be like the first time that you'll be with someone or their first time being with someone. Um, that of course depends on where you are in your relationship, or it will feel like very much as a very, very new energy, as something that like you never experienced before. Like having the sexual encounter with someone that just is like you've never had like before. It's going to be really amazing. It's going to be really passionate, really sexy. um I feel like your guys are going to experience like a lot of new things. You're going to maybe experiment in a whole different way with this person. Like your sex life is going to be something that you've never experienced before. So next up, we have the High Priest. And with the High Priest, as I was saying, like I feel like this person does have some gifts, or they do feel, it could also be like they feel very, and I feel like this connection that you guys will have with each other, aside from it being passionate and, hot and sexy and everything, I do feel like it's more of a tantra type of sex. It is going to be, that very energetic type of sex. So if you never had that, if you never experienced that before, that is going to be something that is new. Like you're really going to feel a deep connection with this person. And while you're making love with this person, while being with this person, while this person being inside of you, or vice versa, it's going to feel like a huge, deep connection, more than you've ever felt before, more than you physical. And just more than just laying there together, and that is going to be something that you both will experience. So it's going to be something that is new, that is really deep, and can sometimes also be a little bit scary because who knew that this was happening. We also have here the Seven of Cups, which tells me that you guys will have a lot of all mind teasing, a lot of a lot of different type of um sexual positions. And that's like something that I'm seeing, like a lot of different sexual positions that you guys will try out. So maybe if you guys didn't have that before, that is something that you're going to have like with this person. I don't feel maybe if this person had it before, but because you two are together and because this connection is differently, that you guys might feel like you want to try something new because it's definitely new and worth trying. So again, take whatever resonates with you guys in this reading. So next up, we have the Eight of Cups. And within the Eight of Cups, I can see here that this is someone who loves also to move, to dance, um, to like what is this? Like I'm seeing like really dancing, like really sweeping you off your feet. Like literally, I feel like this person likes to carry you. Like that is like what I'm sensing. So if you're someone who literally wants to be swept off their feet, I feel like this person is someone who will lift you up a lot. Who maybe you guys will make love like while this person holds you off the ground or something like that. You have like tons of position, I think, in that, or tons. I mean, you know, leave it to your imagination. But I feel like this person likes to carry someone, likes to lift them up. So that might be something really special about this person that I'm getting. Overall, I'm seeing here a more of a blondish type of energy. I'm seeing very sensual person, very tall, very lean, maybe bluish eyes and something like that. But overall, very, very spiritual person. So let's move on to the dice to see what we might be having. We have Virgo and Capricorn. We have Cancer and Sag. We have Aries and Cancer. So let's move on to the letters to complete this reading for you. Let's see what we might have here as your person. So we have here the M, we have the W, the P, the T, the B, the K, and the I. So, group number 3, this was your reading, and I hope that this reading resonates with you. If it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what you see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So you're because you're drawn to this beautiful crystal clear crystal tower. So guys, this is going to be 18 plus reading. So if you're not 18 plus, this is time for you to leave the reading, unfortunately. All the other ones you can keep watching. So how this reading is going to work is, first up we're going to look at who you are, and then we're going to focus on the person that you're meant to be with, and then next up we're going to end up with the intimate part of your relationship. So let's see who you are. So look at this. We have a sign. If you're looking for a sign, then here it is. So here, group number 4, I can see within this that you might be someone who is very spiritual upon themselves, or you might have a very strong intuition. Sometimes you already know things before things happen. Um, you have a very high sense of just knowing things. And I can see here that maybe regarding your person that you have been receiving a lot of signs, you might communicate with, angels, spirit guides, God, whatever you believe in, but I can see here that you already have that connection and that you've already maybe received signs regarding your love life, regarding things that are happening within your life. And I see here that you're someone who truly tries to listen to the heart in everything that I do. You believe that there is a goal within life, or that there is something here bigger for all of us to do and to have like some task here. And that is something that really defines you or redefines you or separates you from other. And it might be that when you were little, you felt like you didn't belong. And as you grew up, you'll learn that you don't need to belong just to be here. And slowly you start beginning to belong or feel like, you're okay. And the things that you're doing are just as precious and as beautiful as things that other people do, but really believing here that you have some type of mission maybe to complete here on Earth. Okay, you said like too much, so I just want to shuffle just a little bit more. Why are we getting so many cards for you and so many things when to fly out? So we have here the Spirit of Cups, which talks about, someone who's absolutely very creative, who gets a lead within their science, within their dreams. You might have really big visions on what you want to do, and you perceive them in a very, maybe almost from time to time, with an, I don't want to say it like it sounds negative, but I don't mean it like that. So I apologize. But a naive outlook, you really, really believe in the good things that the world can offer and that people can offer. And sometimes people think like, so you might be just to you to be true. You're such a dreamer. You're such like someone who's really, really good. And that has like really high attractive energy. And so up here we have the seven of rings, which talks about you being very good in investing things and investing things maybe a projects that you might not see the fruits of your labor right away, but you're someone who is very determined, who, holds out to long roads. You can take like the long roads. You're someone who's very patiently working on something. You invest your time, your money, your mind, everything in something, and you're willing to see it through. So I'm seeing you're someone who's very loyal to their projects, to their goals, and that is something that people find very remarkable of you. And you end up having a lot of success as well. So as we have in here the Ace of rings, and we're talking about successes and recognition. So I'm seeing here that some successes might arise. I'm seeing you as really smart. Maybe you're someone who won a lot of prizes within their life or as a kid. I'm seeing you here just succeeding in so many things in life. And I feel here that people see that in you, people trust you because you're able to make long-term goals, which not a lot of people show that commitment when it comes to long-term investments. So yeah, people really see that and they end up being so successful that just people very, very happy with you guiding them and just being there for them. There's a lot of success in your life and there's also a lot of recognition from other people to the things that you do. So I'm seeing here with the new 10 of rings that yeah, there's a lot to be just happy about, to be satisfied about, to feel accomplished about, because I can definitely see here that you're a very successful person within their bases. So yeah, you might be just a little bit naive, but that is something that is getting you pretty far because you still believe in a good side of things and you still make good investment, good rational investment. Um, so overall, I'm seeing you because you're listening to your intuition and combining that with other aspects. It's making you really someone that is going to make it in life. Like, then what can I say? I'm seeing only good things about you here. Group number four. It's amazing. Okay, so let's move on to the person that you might be attracting or who you're meant to be with. So let's see. Okay, I wanted to grab one, but you've got like three cards for your person. So we have your come to me like this. I'm having a soulmate calling another soulmate in. We're having a health, unseen help, support, community. So it tells me that this relationship will be very, very much guided. And we have grandmothers, okay, like that. Guided. Like you have like two pillars of guidings alongside a soulmate calling in. So I'm seeing here whoever you're calling or whoever you're meant to be with is someone that is just huge, that will have like a huge impact upon your life. To inflame, soulmate. Um, this is going to be a very deep relationship, which is going to be very much guided by your spirit guides, by whoever, like your community is going to be very, very supported by your family. It might be someone who will be brought forward by your family. And I do see here that this person coming along with this is also someone who feels this, who is also very connected some way to the divine. You guys already have like a really strong bond with each other. So even if you don't know this person, there is something brewing there, like deep inside you, that you might not be aware of. But this person is someone who's very, very special. I feel like maybe you guys might have had some lifetimes before meeting this lifetime. So yeah, that is something really special. We have descendant invitation. So I'm seeing here in a way, not diving so much into this person, but the way that you guys are going to meet each other, which is a little bit different than the other readings that I have. There's so much focusing on how you guys are going to meet each other that might tell me that either way, you've already met this person, why that this person is going to be very, very soonish in your life, like an invitation, like something that just you're going to be invited to meet this person. Like maybe it's from your family or something, or some friend, or a blind date. I don't know. Like we've got here confrontation. So it's definitely, I'm seeing here that yeah, it is something that is brewing here within your surrounding, that this person is very, very near. Like this is like the first bout that I had this, so this is pretty special that they're focusing upon the meeting is that of the actual person. Next up here we have the journey. Again, the journey of meeting each other is going to be a really important aspect within this relationship. I'm seeing here that this might be a person who might come as well from afar. This person might be in Aries. This person might be like someone who might tend to be or come across a little bit as cocky, as we also have the opposition here. Might be just a little bit stubborn at times as well. But overall, I'm getting this person is going to be really, really good for you guys within this relationship. So let's grab the tarot cards and see what else might be coming for this person. I feel like this person will have big ties with their grandparents, or will have like some special bond with their grandparents. We also have here the Queen of Swords, showing me that from time to time, this person will just be someone, or not even like from time to time. This is a person who's very direct, who speaks out their mind. This is not someone who is going to play games by any means. This is a person who talks straight. Is just going to say things the way that they are. Um, but with tact, with that, it's not someone that, you know, does something ugly or something like that. We have here the Nine of Cups, which shows me that this is someone who is fairly content with who they are. And I believe that this absolutely matches you, because this is your energy, right? And you attract what you are. So I'm seeing here someone who's very happy the way that they are, very happy with their life they're living. They're feeling very abundant about so many things in their life. It's someone who sees today and who's really appreciative of the things that happen within their life. Even if they have like, whatever life, they're very, very appreciative about the little things. And as I said, they are spiritual as well. So they know that sometimes, when life brings you lemons, they make lemonade with it. We also have here the Empress. So within the Empress, I'm seeing here that is someone who really takes care of themselves. They're very good looking. They're very caring. I'm seeing here that this is a person that's very well dressed. Um, I also see here that they do like expensive things, um, or that they might look expensive because they're so neat, they're so hygienic, oriented, they're super, super clean and super, super neat. And you might see that as well in them. They also might have like some little bit of female features, so good look, like their eyes. They might have like long lashes, being a male or something like that. They might have like thick eyebrows. I feel like they might have like thick hair as well, luscious hair if they're a female, a long hair, beautiful, beautiful thick hair, that will glow and that will just like shine really, really beautifully. Um, Very beautiful nails if we're talking about female, soft hands if we're talking about males. So yeah, those are kind of like the things that are coming up as being this person. Overall, I'm seeing here brown, darkish brown, brown eyes. Might have like some wavy tints. We have here also ruby lids, um, and things like that. Next up here we have the stars, and I'm seeing here that this is something. Um, this person will really like to get you to the your ecstasy. Bringing someone to the ecstasy is something that's really important to them, because that is the way that someone else shows their pleasure and their content about the things that are doing. So they find it to be really important just for not to only focus upon their own needs, but also on their partner needs, and that to be equal. what else we have? Though I see here a lot of passion, a lot of passion. I'm seeing really hands. I'm seeing this person will like to use their hands very, very much on your body. If you're into that, yes, I'm seeing that they are very, very much trying to get you to your ecstasy with their hands. They're very, very much into breasts, into nipples, wanting to stroll that, wanting to just hold you, caress you, like a lot of see like a lot of hand work. I don't know like if you are into that, but as it resonates with you, like this is just part of being together as well. Next up here, we have the Tree of Pentacles. Within the Tree of Pentacles, I'm seeing here kitchen. I'm seeing here kitchen. So I don't know what you guys will maybe have like within the kitchen cooking. Um, a lot of times, sometimes when people love food, that is the start of the foreplay. So I'm seeing here maybe you guys eating out, dining out a lot, just enjoying food, and using food as an starter to your passion into life. Food is going to play a huge role here within your sexual life. Next up here, I'm seeing the devil. So seeing the devil, as I was telling you guys, this is a person who's very physically, very into you guys. And I feel like this will work both ways. So you guys will definitely be all over each other. So I'm talking maybe if it resonates to you guys, having that multiple times of day, just as you guys. I mean, this will not resonate for you guys, so only take what resonates with you guys. But if you guys are into every day more than once, that is what you're getting. If you're like, for me, one time a week, that is enough. That is what you're going to get. So this is just what matches you, but I definitely feel this is going to be such a good match because you guys are going to be obsessed, literally obsessed with each other in this area. Like your bodies, guys, you are going to be obsessed about each other's body, literally like eating each other up. Like as I was talking about, kind of like food. This is what you're going to have like for this person. You're going to be absolutely into like this person and just eating this person up, and it could also mean that you guys will have like a lot of oral sex, but I'm definitely seeing here a lot of touchy feeling, a lot of hands, a lot of bringing each other to the ecstasy with hands. So maybe that is a huge part of your relationship. So let's move on to the dice to see what we're having. So we have in Taurus and Sag. We're having Gemini, double Gemini for this person. We're having Aquarius and Gemini. So yeah, a lot of Gemini energy coming up. And next up, we have the letters. So let's see what I might be getting here than the letters for this person. So I have here the U, the O, the I, the Y, the U again, the B, the V, and the F for this person. Whew. So group number 4, if this was your reading and I hope that this reading resonated with you, if it did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you like what to see, consider subscribing to my channel. I would really love to have you around. For now, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!